Hi guys, and welcome back to Journey of Footsteps. In today's video we will take a second look at masks. This one in particular fits to the men itself, so stay tuned. Okay, so in the post this week I got a very lovely package from Yutaka Zenon. Some of you may have had the pleasure to meet her, and those who have may also know she is a dab hand with the needle and thread. She has kindly sent me her version, or her effort at making a mask that will fit inside of the men. So the difference between this one and the one we've looked at in the previous video is that it doesn't attach to your face, so you're not looping it around your ears. This is going directly onto the men. So let's open it up and take a look. Ta-da! Cool, I love it. Already got a Sakura Designs little sticker on there. That's her brand name. Cute little card. Onegaishimasu. So she's sent me three pieces. Okay, so we've got two masks and we've got a chin pad. Now she watched my previous video, and in that video, if you've seen it, I mentioned that the mask going underneath your chin is a nice cushion between your chin and the men, and it makes it feel a lot more comfortable. So bearing that in mind, she's also made a chin pad, which is very cool. So that's going to go in my men. It's also a very funky design. If you can see, dragons, a hanko, some clouds, very nice. And then we've got two types of the mask. So you can see two different sizes. We've got a big and a small one. It's made out of a tenugui, so it's cool because you still get that cool tenugui look. This one's made out of a nice material. It's got fireworks on it. What she's also told me in the message is that she's made the himo out of material, but in this picture that I'm going to put up now, you can see she's used nice cotton himo to attach the mask to the men, which are both stretchy and washable. So she's now ordered more of these himo, so if you order one from her, you'll now have the nice tie on the mask instead of the material one. Okay, so let's have a go at trying to put this on. So I just want to start out by saying, as you can see, I tie my men Kanzai style. So my men chikara at the top of my men, whereas Yutaka Sensei ties hers Kanto style. So her men chikara are at the bottom of her men. And it just shows that with this mask you can use it on both. It doesn't matter. The only thing is, if you do tie your men like me, you'll find that you will have to thread all your himo through first, then tie your mask in. So you won't be able to do your himo like you would normally do at the start of a lesson from scratch. It just means that it makes it a little bit quicker to put on at the beginning of the class. So it's actually kind of useful. Yutaka Sensei also recommends that we tie the mask to the 5th or the 6th run of the mengane. But again, this can be played with in your own time, and you can figure out what's best for you. So after putting the mask on the inside of the men, you then run the himo either side of the mengane bar. I then tied it with a double knot, and then I tied it again to my himo, and then wrapped the leftover around my hemo string. Once everything was tied in, I found you just needed to get your hand inside the men and push the mask into shape, just to make sure that it's nicely fitted around the inside of the mengane. Okay, so men on, mask in. Now, one thing that I really want to point out with this that's definitely a plus is that it is a lot easier to breathe. This mask in no way is going to affect your breathing. But second of all, I've also got the chin pad in there. Why I've never used this before, I have no idea. It's super comfortable and just really makes a difference to the comfort of the men. So Yutaka, thank you very much for sending me that. But as for doing the job of the mask, I feel this is not going to do as an adequate job as the other masks. The reason being is because unless you get it nice and tidy and spend a lot of time getting it, there can be holes in the side. Also, because there is a gap in the top, okay, obviously with the mask that fits across your nose, it keeps everything in. With this one, that's not going to happen as much, but it is going to still stop forward projection this way. Now, the advantage for this one, I feel, also would be for people who are wearing glasses. You don't feel the air going up in front of your face like you do with the other masks. So with glasses on, it's going to be a lot better because they're not going to steam up like they do with the other masks. Okay, so final overall review and comparison to the mask that I did in a previous video. As for looks, definitely this one. It's much cooler, and I know that Yutaka will use a lot of very cool materials and designs to make some really nice looking masks, and it's a lot more fun than just a plain white or plain coloured mask. So definitely hands down this mask for looks. Fitting. So as for fitting, i.e. putting it on, I would say that actually that would go to the previous mask, as it's a lot easier just to tie a mask around your head. This gets a little bit fiddly and you have to kind of arrange it so that it's sitting properly in the men, but it's really not that difficult. Next, comfort factor. Definitely 100% hands down this mask. The previous mask, you get that sucking in feeling when you're breathing. It's very close to the face. You get a lot of moisture underneath the mask, so people will find that uncomfortable. This, however, because it's far away from your face and attached more to the mengane, that way you haven't got that claustrophobic feeling of it sucking against your mouth. There's nowhere near as much moisture around your mouth, and it's generally a lot nicer to breathe in. Okay, you don't get any kind of feeling of restriction to your breathings. Rating on comfortableness, definitely this mask. Okay, last but not least, effectiveness. Now I have to admit, this is probably going to go to the mask I reviewed in the last video. The reason being is that that mask completely seals around your face, but this does do a very good job, and it is in front of your mouth and your nose, so any moisture that's ejected forward is going to hit the mask and hopefully stay here and not go over your opponent. So one point about the larger mask is because it runs on the inside of the mengane, you can now no longer look through that. So it's going to restrict your view when it comes to seeing people's footwork. Right, so now I have on the smaller of the two masks, and because it's smaller, it doesn't run along the inside of the mengane, it cuts straight across. And I think because of this, it's kind of the in-between between the mask from the original video and the bigger mask in this video. It feels like it offers more protection because it's closer to the face, but it's more comfortable than the original mask because you don't get that sucking in, and it doesn't feel like it's going to restrict your breathing. However, it still does get in the way of your view. It's a little bit better than the bigger one of the two. You get maybe like one gap more view, but you still can't see down, so you're not going to be able to see someone's feet, especially if they're closer. But yes, definitely this is kind of the in-between of the two. So based on that review, I will leave the option up to you. I will put Yutaka's email address, which you can contact her on for her designs. I will put it at the bottom of the screen now. and I will also leave it in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube, or I will leave a link in the comment section on Facebook if you're seeing this on Facebook. Something you could do to help Yutaka Sensei out when you place your order is you could measure the inside of your men. So go kind of on the bar that you want it to sit at, and then measure on the inside the distance from one side to the other, and then from the center down to the bottom of your chin. That's going to give her the precise measurements, and will make life a lot easier for her, and also a better mask for you. So I just want to say a big thank you to Yutaka Sensei for sending me the mask and the chin pad. The chin pad, out of everything, has made my absolute day. It is super comfortable and has made this old and slightly uncomfortable men into a very comfortable thing to put on my head. So I am very pleased with that. So thank you very much. As for the masks, I'm gonna leave it up to you. This video is not sponsored at all, so it is my honest review, and I leave it down to you to make the choice. I hope this video helps you choose, and that you can find an option that's going to make your Kendo experience much nicer and much better. Thank you everyone again for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you liked what you saw, and hit the like button, and please don't forget to hit the bell button. That will let you know when we upload our next video. Thank you very much again, and see you in the next video.